Hello and welcome back to Club Sapphire Merimbula. We're here now, getting away a little bit early. We're very pleased to be bringing you the coverage. It's going to be the girls' pairs final. 3-ball pairs, 18 ends, as the players are just completing their trial end. Lee Stinson, I expect, will be around somewhere with the hooter. But I don't know where he's got to, so it might be on me once again. So the players are just going to hold their horses as the boys are just finishing their trial end as well. So an hour and 45-minute time limit, or 18 ends is the game. I'm going to be blowing my little horn in just a moment. Everybody's ready. We're going to get into the action, and to join me for the first time on the call, I'm very happy to say it's a big welcome and a good morning to Jack Barclay. Jack, good morning to you, mate. How are you going, mate? It's good to have your company. Fantastic to have you here. I'm sure you'll be a little bit disappointed with the result of that last contest, but you've played really good throughout this event.
Yeah, it's been a good event. Bit disappointed to lose the last game, but they were just too good. They deserved it.
Yes, Jack playing second with the girls there, but yes, Travis Moran, he just put on a bit of a clinic at important times there. You felt every time it looked as though your Metro Southwest quartet was getting back in the game, Travis Moran would play a bowl that just took things away from you.
Yeah, he played some absolute bombs.
But we're here, it's now girls' pairs. This is the final, so seeing some great players once again here. Tahlia Kennedy, who was on the live stream with us yesterday, and Charlotte Hayman from Raymond Terrace up against Sophie Payne and Annabelle Teague, both from Merrylands. Jack, have you got a tip for us here? Who do you like?
Oh, they're both looking really strong. It could go either way.
Well, you've learnt very quickly here. It's always a good thing as a commentator. Give yourself some wiggle room. No need to go off early. So, as Andrew Lynn comes past, he's giving it to me. I may have left a trophy in my van, and that may be a trophy that we needed for this contest. Now, Jack, you've travelled down from Padstow. Tell us about your club in southwestern Sydney and the development that you've been able to get with the support of your club and your members.
Yeah, we're a nice small club. We've got 3 pennant grades, 6, 7 and 2s. Yeah, Padstow's great. They always support me. People there are lovely. Really happy to have played there and have everyone support me. I'm sure they would have all been watching the live streams and cheering me on.
Padstow has been featuring prominently in the chat.
Yeah.
So lots of people have supported you. Your match against Harry Conroy the other night was one of the best games I think I've ever called. Yeah. Going shot for shot, the jack movement. It was absolutely superb play.
Yeah, it was a good game.
So while you've not quite had the luck there that you might have hoped for, gee, you put on a great show for us.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd know young Noah as well. He's from Padstow originally.
Yes, we had him feature earlier in the event. We've had a few ex-Padstow people coming on the chat as well, just telling us about all the great things your club's done. Yourself, of course, rookie pairs.
Yeah.
In the last few months up at Raymond Terrace with your dad, I believe.
Yeah, it was. That was a great one to win. Good shot there from Annabelle.
So Annabelle showing plenty of class early, drawn that one off nicely. Now for Charlotte Hayman. Well, that was the sort of track to draw that. So 2 is the call from Sophie Payne. And Teague just wants to slip past now. And has done so and has drawn an absolute beaut. That's number 1.
That's brilliant.
We see Charlotte Hayman with the last bowl. Probably down 3 was the call. Just going to slide under the jack. Well, gave it a chance. There's 2 go out and 3 it is. So good collect early for Sophie Payne and Annabelle Teague. They lead 3 shots to 1 after the first end. So Jack, this is your first time, I believe, at Club Sapphire?
Yeah, lovely club. Great little setup.
And who's impressed you so most in the competition? Lots of new faces here this year.
Sebastian Jeffrey. He's had a cracking campaign. I believe he had a really good win over Tim on the live stream yesterday.
He did, yeah. Played absolutely outstanding.
Yeah. Had him in my section in the singles, and he put up a fight. It wasn't easy.
What was the end up score there? I did watch a little bit at the end of your game. You were about the last one's finished.
Yeah, ended up 21-18. It was 18 all on the last end, and managed a 3.
So it's been great to have all the juniors from across New South Wales converging here under the dome here at the beautiful Club Sapphire. It's a good start there. Tahlia should be happy with that. And for Sophie Payne, well, that's a great response. Picks up the jack, goes with it. I heard Michael Wilkes come around just before. He's asked you to help out with some marking of the finals. What games are he giving you?
I have no idea.
But you just know that you've got one now.
Yeah.
Well, this is a great bowl here.
Oh, fair effort.
Turns that one over. That's going to make it pretty close now for shot. Hard to get a good gauge. Has forced Sophie Payne to play the backhand. And that's just going to sail into the pit. So, call from Charlotte Hayman. You can turn that over as well. Only risk is if you're a bit tight and you get through that blue bowl. Well, that was the risk. And being a toucher, that's sitting pretty good there, the blue. So Annabelle Teague looking to add on here. Hasn't quite gone the trip. Good positive weight. Has turned one of those purple balls to the back of the ring. That could be important, Jack. Chance to get a little trail on the Jack now. Can get through the front shot.
Not all terrible.
So Annabelle's on a high line here.
Oh shit, cracking weight.
At least Stinson's brought around the prize money claim form. Is that for me, Lee, or do I won any prize money here yet? Jack Barclay is a worthy recipient as runner-up in the fours. We see Charlotte's just going to slide past, doesn't want her own to go out. Stayed around. This is what they're playing for. The Shields are sitting prominently behind the rink, and the players are just going to come and have a little look here. So Sophie and Annabelle just having a little discussion about how to maybe protect this a little bit. Any movement of the Jack looks likely to be going back and back towards that purple bowl of Tahlia Kennedy. If this slips under and gets down to the purple bowl, that's going to be a really handy home. Just wanted to be the other side of the hill there. How are you looking to play this now, Jack? Just good confident draw weight?
Yeah, just a metre or so through. You can work off Annie's.
Yeah, so Annabelle Teague's got a second shot to the right-hand side of the Jack there. Might well have third as well. How's that? You've probably got the best position looking over your left shoulder there. Which one do you like for third?
Oh, Annabelle's.
Now, it's looked to be a little bit tight out of the hand, but the weight's held.
She's in the area. Oh, that's a great
Jack,
shot.
fantastic bowl. So, well done there. That was just as you called, Jack. Just good, confident weight to get up. Could have got an edge, but edged the Jack out clean. And had a nice catcher ready and waiting. So what's on for you once you get back home, Jack? Have you got big Easter plans or more bowls? What's coming up for you, mate?
Oh, I got bowls on Saturday. Consistency singles round 2.
Well, based on your performances here, you'd be backing yourself to get through that, will you?
Oh.
What's your handicap? Are they giving you a big handicap?
Nah. I got our grade 2 skip. One of our grade 2 skips.
I bet you'll give a good account of yourself in that and whatever you've got coming up. And then for the rest of the school holidays?
Probably more bowls.
Well,
can't escape it.
Sounds like a pretty good thing.
Yeah.
Keeping updated next door, Cooper Dart picked up a 3 on the first end. Bring in the rolling scoreboard there. So Andrew Lynn's sitting up on the bank. He's resting his leg. So Nick Hine and Jack Barclay here with you as we see Sophie go drop one right on it. She looked very good. We saw a fair bit of Sophie at the state championships. She was there in the triples prominently with the Merrylands team. Well, I think Annabelle likes this if it can squeak past. Probably want it to run a little bit further.
Good shots there from Sophie.
Yeah, looks good for second. And as the players cross over, a little bit of pressure once again on Charlotte Hayman. So, hasn't had anything easy so far. Raymond Terrace, well, he just sailed that one a little bit, but you can see what she was looking for there. An opportunity to turn the front purple down onto the shot bowl. Sneak down to the jack.
Yeah, it's a tricky shot. Well, it's a tricky hand, to be fair.
That's, yeah, it's something that I've, as somebody who plays here regularly, coming from Jindabyne, this is a home game for me, only 2.5 hours away. But we know that the forehand in this direction, hard to trust the release point.
Yeah.
So that was something that you obviously found the other night, but I thought you handled it masterfully.
Oh, not quite. You sort of just chuck it out in an area and hope it's close.
Well,
Fair shot there from Annie.
Annabelle's did chuck that out in a very fair area. Protected a little bit about any jack movement towards the back of the rink. And with Charlotte losing her first two, well, she has to stay positive at this stage. Nothing for short still. Well, lands that back bowl. For Annie here. See. If it's currently two, she might just look to draw this. Stone cold little side toucher, Jack. What's your call here?
Yeah, same as the last, really. I think the last one was counting.
Well, this is the sort of wait to go and put it right back where it was. Might just slip past, and two shots it is. So Sophie Payne and Annabelle Teague out to a 5-1 lead. We've played 3 ends here. How'd you find the live scoring in that last game? Pretty easy? You managed that without any issue? I knew you'd be right with that.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
So I'm really pleased that we've given that a trial. It's something that I'm really hopeful to see implemented in more events, something like the rookie finals. I reckon that'd be a good cohort for the players to be using that as the rookie pairs.
Yeah, 100%. Xander playing a bit of weight over there. Oh, he's got a result.
Oh, bang crash wallop. You're going to see some freewheeling bowls, you feel, from Xander Weber and Cooper Dart. Good start there from Tahlia. Sophie probably went a little bit short, and a player of her capability and her standards, she'll be disappointed with that, but you expect she'll correct quickly. Yeah, speed was good. So Merryland's so well supported here. They've got a big contingent of juniors. And See at the top of your screen there, Gavin Holborn and Katie Astley sitting watching on.
Great lead bowls from Tahlia.
Beautiful stuff. Little flop back onto the jack there. How do you get your bowls to do that when you want them to? It always goes the wrong way, doesn't it? Well, Sophie, yeah, good speed. Call from Charlotte. Just nice little trail here for Tahlia. She looks impressive. She was good in commentary the other night. Tahlia Candy, she was in with myself and Xander Weber last night and did a fantastic job.
Very well spoken.
It's something that this is my first time at the New South Wales Junior State Championships, and to see just the high standards that all these players set for themselves, you know, on and off the green. You can see why there's some real champions in the making here. So Annie playing quite direct.
Searching a bit of way down here. Very close. Great shot, Annabelle.
Wow, that's gone all the way to the back of the rink.
I think it's dead. Respot.
And yes, you're exactly right. So back on the 2 metre mark. And still one shot at least. I didn't see whether Annie's bowl stayed up and stayed in. It has done. But Skip's drawing competition really from here.
Yeah.
So nice simple instruction from Sophie Payne. Play your forehand, you draw it.
Not a bad track.
Well, Sophie Payne very early was urging that one on.
Second shot.
Well, that's important. Charlotte Hayman here. Wants to get all the way up to the shot bowl, gets past that second one. That's made 2. And nothing else but a dead draw here for Annie Teague. This is a high line. Looking good to get down to draw it. Oh, she's played that pretty good. Is it done enough? That's a fine effort. Now for Charlotte Hayman, anything but a touch of the jack here can make a third.
Probably just needs to pull up a touch.
Oh, she's played this well, gets around just a little bit quick. So 5-3, 4 ends completed.
Important end there for Tahlia and Charlotte. It's very easy to let that scoreboard just slip away.
And in this short format, 18 ends, it feels like a sprint too, with the time limit, hour and 45.
Yeah.
Did you manage to complete all your pairs games, Jack? I know there was a few that were pushing.
Yeah, we got them finished. Oh no, the one against Harry Conroy, we missed out on the last end. Buzzer went just before Will was about to roll the jack.
So a lovely start there from Tahlia. Folks on a front toucher, and Sophie. Well, an excellent response. Slips past, very useful back there. Been impressive, the pace of play here though, the juniors to get things done in an hour and 45. We have mentioned a few times the mixed pairs, which was 3 bowl and 18 ends that was being played at the state championships. We gave them 2 hours and 15 minutes, and even those games were pushing to be finished. So to take 30 minutes off that speaks to the pace of play from the juniors. There's not much mucking around.
Yeah, they don't muck around.
See the shot and play the shot, hey? Don't overcomplicate things.
Sophie just looking to get as close as she can. Take the pressure off Annabelle a little bit.
Well, importantly, got the first one back, but a couple of short bowls there. Doesn't make it easy to get at. See here at the back of the rink, the blue bowl underneath the number 7. That's the Sophie Payne bowl for Merrylands. And you feel as though that one might come in handy before too long. Charlotte opting for the forehand. If she can get down, beat the back bowl or cover and count. It's just going to slide into the ditch.
And he's having a look here.
Well, Sophie calling to get down. Well,
Oh,
she's done just that.
shot.
Jack has stayed up at the back of the rink. So, giving this one a chance here.
In the area.
Well, if that pulls up, gee.
Stiff.
Michael Wilkes would have been impressed with that one. This draw into the ditch competition that he's been running. I found some success with your bowls in that last night too, Jack. They worked very
saw
nicely. They might not go home with you. Let's see. Well, good question here. Draw it or go the bowl? Well, let's go see Charlotte play. Now the hand. Looking to get down, just slides past. Well, it's 2 really good efforts there. You see all 3 of Charlotte Hayman's bowls on the bank, but all 3 of them were given a chance. That one from Andy's just going to slide away. So 1 shot to Payne and Teague. 6-3. They lead now. And Sophie Payne just trot out the rink. That back bowl of hers ended up in a great home and ended up being the shot. Kerry Davis saying, great bowling by these young bowlers. Wish I had started playing bowls at 15 instead of 50. Such a great sport. Well, 15 might be too old even. Jack, when did you get started playing? You've only been playing a little while.
Yeah, I think I started when I was about 13. Started taking it seriously last year.
Yes, I know you're those thoughts, Kerry. I started playing when I was 27, and even at 27, it's too late. You need to be coming through these junior pathways if you want to reach the absolute pinnacle of the sport. For almost all of our players, there's a few exceptions as always, but
Great start, Tahlia.
Tahlia, she started brightly here. Tim Raymond mentioned that in his speech yesterday, the Bowls New South Wales CEO, to all the players, and talking about how they're in this room, there's likely to be future state, Australian, international representatives, Commonwealth Games medalists. History has said that the junior production line is where all our champions come from. Charlotte's laying with you next. And Annie offered a backhand to Sophie Payne. She's opted to persevere. Speed was good.
Great shot there, Tahlia.
Fantastic. We're going to get a second special guest on here. I've just been tapped on the shoulder. So fantastic to welcome back your current Bowls New South Wales Junior Fours champion, Zoe Davies. Zoe, good morning to you, mate.
Thank you for having me.
Well, always happy to have you on. And it was great to see you guys in action. You played fantastic this morning.
Thank you.
Just put the pressure right on. Jack was saying every time they felt like they were in control of their head, that either you or Skip Trav Moran would come in and just change things up and take it away from them.
Yep. Trav bowled exceptional all event.
So we're seeing it's going to be close for a third. That's fallen the right way. That will be three. A little bit of pressure on Annie for the first time.
On a fair track.
Calls just flip over, get something to the back of the rink.
And he might be tempted to play a bit of weight with her last. Get some contact on the shot bowl.
See this one come into view here. Just going to look to sneak past. Well, that might just
great
count.
shot.
That might do a back flopper. Out of the count though. So, and he's had a visit. Merrylands do have one at the back of the rink, but can't get too aggressive. I think if you take your own out here, might bring in two more. She's turned that one across, but has chipped her own bowl out, and it's done.
Charlotte does need a draw for the fifth. Would definitely be putting the pressure back on Sophie and Annabelle.
She's close.
It's a good shot from Charlotte there.
Oh,
Might have just ran through.
just ran through a touch.
No, 5.
5 is the call. Well, so that's a big result. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Gets them into the lead.
So, big collect there. We haven't seen many of those so far at the pointy end of these junior championships. So many games have only seen little ones and twos, not many big scores available. Do take a seat, Zoe. You've been working harder than me.
Thank you very much.
Been eyeing it off. So, jumping. Chloe Appleby, she's on here, of course, cheering on Curry. What's the update over there, Jack?
Looks like Cooper and Cooper are off to a good start. 8-1 at the moment.
So, the Super Coopers. Cooper Fleet and Cooper Dart leading over there. We see some Super League bowling here from Tahlia Kennedy.
If I'm correct, she's on the same rink again for the girls' singles.
Yes, so you're exactly right. At 1:45, Tahlia is going to be back out here, as is Chanel Shakouch. So, seeing some familiar names. They're going to get a few runs on the stream today, so if you're watching from East Maitland, do stick around.
It's got a bit of a stalk happening, not too sure on what's we're going to do.
Close to the jack.
Just slides it over to
It's a good shot, but bad luck.
Sophie. And what about for you now, Zoe? You're just going to put your feet up and relax for a little while?
Yes. Definitely take this anxious feeling off of myself. Sophie just running through the head there. I'd expect to see Charlotte looking to sit Sophie's bob through or play for the toucher.
So that's the situation. What the players are facing here. Still plenty of room. And Charlotte going to try this forehand, as we've mentioned. This is probably the trickiest hand at the trickiest length to play.
She looks in the area.
Needs it to just land the bowl beautifully.
Great shot.
Well, some might find it tricky. Charlotte Hayman, that was no trouble at all. She turned the head over and made a couple. Annie being urged up.
Charlotte would probably be looking to get on the inside of that last ball. Again, still looking for that little toucher as well. Depends on the pace. That's a good shot.
Yeah, a little touch on the jack's okay for Charlotte Hayman, and
Annie's in the area again.
might need a little slide off the front. Bit of fortune there. She played great weight and has picked up the shot.
Charlotte could be looking for a few rolls out of Annabelle's. Could touch the jack backs of her own.
Well, it's a pretty high line of favour. She's looking to just draw down to the jack here.
She is close.
Little trail. Something like
That's
this.
a good shot. Definitely would have been a sigh of relief from Charlotte there.
Well, once again turned the head over and probably made 3, potentially 4.
Good.
I don't think that one on the right hand side under the tee is going to come into it. But I think the 2 toothpaste greens and the purple at the back of the rink are the ones that.
Question is, does Annie play forehand or backhand?
That's a good question. Either she could look on the inside of Charlotte's bowl there, or either she could look for a massive trail back to Sophie.
Yeah, she's played the backhand. She's got herself coming in. Just a nice, positive draw. She's got a bit of weight on it.
Well,
That is a good bowl. Definitely cut it down.
very, very good. And yeah, takes it from as many as 3 down to 1. So Annabelle Teague showing some grit, showing some class. But Tahlia Kennedy, Charlotte Hayman, they've got themselves a 9-6 lead. Around the grounds, Jack Barclay, what's going on next door? Another shot for the Super Coopers.
Trying to figure out whether Xander's just trailed it to his own or whether it's Cooper Darts.
There's too many white bowls on that rink, isn't there?
It looks like his own. It looks like Cooper
I think
Appleby's.
it is Cooper Appleby's, yes.
In that case, he's played a good shot.
Yeah.
So we'll keep you updated with all the action. Just 2 games on now. So girls pairs, this is the final. And next door on rink 4, it is the boys pairs final. A rematch from last year. Talking with Xander on the stream last night, he said he didn't want to leave himself so much work to do that he did last year at Warrilla. Had to play an absolute belter
Yeah.
to steal the match off the Coopers.
That was a very good shot from Xander. That was played last year.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, go check out Bowls New South Wales social media, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, it's all on there.
Those 2 balls from Sophie there, finishing in a pretty good spot.
Well, we saw this morning, didn't we, Zoe, that having the back covered was so important.
Yes.
So many times that jack got moved, and
Great shot there from
Good
Tahlia.
Good correction.
Tahlia, she's looked to be the difference I feel so far. Sophie Payne, we know she's got the game to be right in this, but Tahlia Kennedy
Seems to be putting a bit of pressure on Sophie.
Mm.
Charlotte would definitely be looking to get backward with her first. Even drawing a shot wouldn't be too bad, you know, putting more pressure on Annabelle to play the shots.
But something, drawing it behind, covering and counting.
Getting the tee as well is good.
Just down that bottom left side of your screen. Split the threes alright.
Yeah, 100%. Gotta hurry. That's a good shot there.
Probably wanted to finish the other side of the line, but
Yeah.
has got back, importantly. And for Annie now, confident draw, sit this purple bowl, sitting a couple behind Jack.
Not a mile away.
Well, this is the other option here. Trails that Jack. That's a great bowl.
Shot.
Shot.
I've been so impressed by the calling here. Just everybody's so confident. I think Zoe's listening to you and Trav calling the heads. You just felt like you knew each other's games really well and gave simple, clear instructions. This is what we're playing.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't overcomplicate things.
And if Trav sees a shot, you know, if he sees he can get the ball or just any other option.
You just let him go.
Yeah, of course, and the majority of the time he gets it, so
That's been super duper impressive. Sophie urging this one all the way up, all the way up.
Might have just rolled out.
So the call is roll the purple ball twice. I'll get it back.
Even if she halves her own, it's also going to be a good shot. It's close.
Oh. Very good effort.
Yeah.
Well, that speed was really good in what it has done. It's parked one at the back of the rink, so there was a big trail on potentially before that. If Annie Teague was good enough to get under and get down to the jack, she could have made 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Wasn't without risk, but I think now we'll just see pretty conservative forehand draw.
She looks in the area, just all depends on weight.
So one comes out. 2 are out. So 9-8 now. Little comeback in progress. And Merrylands again opting for something on the shorter side. That's come up a bit further. And I reckon if Sophie Payne can start nailing this jack with her first bowl, it's going to really apply that pressure right back onto Tahlia Candy and Charlotte Hayman.
It's definitely the main focus when you're down in a game of pairs or dribbles or fours. Your lead's really just got to look to get close and definitely put that pressure on the oppositions.
Yeah, or even just finish in good areas, give your skip a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we did see, particularly in that last game again, Trav Moran, you know, just get out of my way, I'll do it all.
Yeah, of course.
You know, he had plenty of support up front. I thought Blake played probably one of his better games.
Just played a cracker.
Oh, so what's the score update next door, Jack?
Should be 11-3 now.
Oh no, so
Same thing happened last year, but the two Coopers did get a good lead on Xander and Cooper Appleby, so it just all depends on what happens.
Oh, the boys from Curry won't give up early, that's for sure.
let me see. Really nice response there. Sophie Payne, just a little bit loose with her first 2, but she's
Tahlia's
sat the shot ball. This is just going to slip under.
not finishing in bad spots though. There's definitely a trail for 3 there.
Well, yeah, 2 slips now. A forehand trail. And Annie going to play backhand. To give that shot bowl a friend, but also if you get behind and be really good. Well, that sort of fattens things up a little bit, but the back of the rink is well covered. Sophie Payne's got it all at the back. bowls are sitting. Oh, the calls just to come and have a look on the backhand now. Spring the jack.
Not a bad call from
She gets
Tahlia.
down here.
She's close to the inside.
Well, split's not a bad result
That's
either.
a good shot.
Might still be down, but gives her a really good second.
That was just like a little shoulder barge shimmy through a narrow doorway there. Just squeaked on through. But it gives a few more options now for Charlotte Hayman. I'm going to play it again. She was so close with the first.
She is close. Just got to get it down, and it
Gotta hurry.
tends to swing a little bit on that hand.
Oh.
Stiff. That might make it difficult for both skips to.
If Annabelle doesn't change this, there might be a little shot on for Charlotte.
Yeah.
Just look for a couple metres to her own. Can get Sophie's almost without much jack movement.
And you're thinking backhand, edge of the green, through the whole lot, get a split there.
Yeah, even if it just gets a little touch on jack. She's got Tahlia's there, and
Just hopefully she doesn't fatten it off if that's the shot she's going to play.
I'm just having a look at which one's got the tee there as well. There might be an opportunity on the tee, but I feel as though the blue bowl might have it, so...
She's definitely on a higher line.
oh, she doesn't want to tip that one.
Well, has
Stiff.
done that. A bit unfortunate.
Charlotte honestly doesn't need to change much. You know, she was close with her other two. She could just get on the inside of Sophie's. If she slices the jack towards Tahlia's, it's good.
Yeah, just a little front touch. That's perfect.
Jack down the line. I mean, absolutely the perfect thing would be to draw in and sit that
Yep.
second shot through.
Yeah.
It would require millimetre perfect weight almost.
Charlotte has played that hand pretty well, so let's see if she can do it again. She looks fairly close.
Played
Go
a safe
hard.
line on this one.
That's a fair effort.
So, a little bit unlucky from Annie there. She's flicked it away. So it's going to be 10 shots to Tahlia Kennedy and Charlotte Hayman. 8 shots, Sophie Payne and Annabelle Teague. And, oh, the dreaded you pick it. Well, don't stuff it up now.
Yeah. Makes you second guess at what you're best at.
Yes, if I'm playing singles, I'm taking it all the way up the line and trying to park the jack on the tee. But in a team game, that my teammates might not necessarily be fans of that.
Yeah.
So we are seeing the jack on the tee. The mat's pretty well to the back of the rink.
Did you prefer a particular length on this rink, Zoe?
I honestly didn't mind the shorter lengths. The longer ones we adjusted too well, but the shorter ones aren't too bad.
What about you, Jack? Where did you find you had the most success on this streaming rink?
Oh, it's probably a tad easier on the short ends. Just a little bit more predictable with that line.
Yeah.
Sophie's found her range there. Speed's good, but a little bit of breeze getting up, and from left to right on your screen, that's the way the breeze will be pushing the bowls. here.
Good shot. Very good correction.
Fair track.
Yeah, this is an improved line. She's got the
Yeah,
speed
good
to go
shot
the
there.
trip. That'll be number one.
Well, it depends on weight now. Really got to hurry.
Well, beautiful track, but just somewhat wasted, you feel. So Sophie, well, slides under again.
Probably a good miss there.
Yeah, can only see that tire getting fattened up if she'd even got purple into the blue. So, great to have your company wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world. Nick Hine, Jack Barclay, Zoe Davies here with you this morning. I'm watching the State Championship Pairs Final. This is the girls' pairs. And this is Charlotte Hayman on the mat from Raymond Terrace. She and East Maitland's Tahlia Candy lead Sophie Payne and Annabelle Teague 10 shots to 8. And Dan's saying he's sitting on my desk at work and watching this, and this is intense.
Yeah.
Well, the intensity of these players has been impressive. Brian saying, let's go Magic. So plenty of Merrylands Magic fans, both in the building here and on the stream. This is really good from Annabelle. She
Good
goes with
shot
it.
there.
So, of course, to give it a chance. Touch is good.
Might have pinched her line again. Weight is definitely better.
Yeah, it wasn't too far away for Annie now. You're looking to add on. It's a 2 here. We're all square.
Just depends on pace now. Just gonna run through.
Like how positive Tahlia is with her calling there. Just saying the pace wasn't too foul. Just need to throw it out a little bit wider. But it's underdone this slightly, so.
Annabelle drawing to level the scores here on this 10th end. Just dropped it a little bit short.
Yeah, it's so easy to do that little overcorrection. Lost the first, or lost her second bowl. And the third one dropped short, but 10-9. We're through 10 of 18 here. Pace of play's been excellent so far. And around the grounds, Jack Barclay, what's going on in the boys' pairs final?
Xander on the mat at the moment. Currently down 12-3, so not looking great for Cooper and Xander, but believe they're holding shot.
Well, we'll go back to back. How many ends have been played over there, mate?
I think they're on the 10th end at the moment.
Right, so still enough time, but really need something to go right for them pretty soon if they're going to repeat as back-to-back boys pairs champion. Zoe Davies is now a 2-time fours champion, but that crew's going to get broken up next year. You're going to lose
Travis.
Trav. They're going to put you up into the driver's seat then?
Oh, maybe.
Well, pleased, just we were mentioning in the stream before, pleased to see just Zach a few years younger, but he's just looking much more refined throughout this event.
Yep.
More refined, more confident.
Yep.
And he played well.
He's also playing in the under 15 singles just after this pairs event is finished.
So, currently 1 to Sophie. Now, I was asking Jack what's on for him when he goes home and he's got bowls and more bowls. What about you, Zoe? Other than a big sleep, probably.
I don't know, that's a good question. I do have an Engadine Pairs tournament coming up on the Easter Monday, so I've got that. Then I think I've got a little bit of a break, and then we've got our pennant finals at Warilla, so not too much on, but that's okay.
Yes, how have Windang's fortunes been in pennant this season? You've made it through to the finals.
Not too sure about our other grades. I think our threes just went down a few weeks ago, so they weren't able to qualify and go through. I'm not too sure about any of the other grades, but I think we might be the only grade that went through to qualify.
Well, huge membership at Windang. I'm sure there'll be plenty out in force to support you at the finals.
Yes.
You see here, Annie, well, she's turned through Soph. They will still be holding a couple.
It's probably better for Charlotte now. Definitely looking for that touch. I'll sit Sophie's bowl.
Yeah, that short bowl of Sophie's was just offering a little bit of protection, but
Yep. That's a good bowl. That's also a good bowl from Annie there, sitting Tahlia's bowl.
close for the second shot here.
This looks a bit more direct, but doesn't have the pace to match. Just looking, Zoe, say yes. Windang playing Corrimal in the Grade 1 Illawarra Pennant Finals. I see your rink had a big win over Eric Johannes, who doesn't lose many.
No, he does not.
In the semi, so it's going to be the same two teams to meet in the big dance in Grade 1. Well, I'm a bit disappointed there. Felt there was an opportunity to make a couple more. It's also left it open for Charlotte Hayman to come in.
She can play this one with
On a better line.
It's just going to slide under as well. So, all tied up. 10 all, 11 ends, 7 to go.
I got confused for a second because I was so used to playing 4s and 15 ends. When you said 7 to go, I was like, hang on a second.
Hang on a
they're
minute.
playing a bit of weight. Cleared out one of Cooper Fleet's bowls.
Oh yes, so around the grounds here. Jack Barclay, he's on it. What's the score? What's the...
15-3 on 10.
Wow.
So
The Super Coopers might be running away with it over there.
looks that way.
And then 21 ends your fours game when you go back to pennant zone. You just got to remember that one. 21 ends for your pennant game. 63 in big board.
Yes.
So lots of competitions concluding all across the region. Pennant competitions coming to an end across New South Wales. Lots of championships coming to an end, but more to look forward to. We've got, following this match, we're going to have the girl under 15, no, not the under 18 girls semi-final, and we're going to see Tahlia Kennedy back out on this rink. She'll be up against Chanel Shakouch. And then this afternoon, we're going to see the boys' singles final. Tim Thorning aiming for 3 in a row. But he's got a little bit of work to do to get there yet. Sophie's up and she's after this one.
Oh, great shot there from Sophie.
Fantastic stuff.
Tahlia's definitely got to look to get behind with this one. Just gives Charlotte a chance to play a bit of weight up to these bowls. It's just got to stay on.
Well, it's not terrible out there.
No.
Well, there's a chance with weight that Jack may squeeze in that direction.
Yeah.
So you can see Jack almost locked on. But I think there might be a good opportunity for Charlotte Hayman to play a good positive weight at this.
Annabelle looking to close down on this head. Put the pressure on.
Charlotte Hayman, she's got a plan here on the backhand.
On fair track, just needs to miss. Oh.
Well, very fortunate you see the hand go up immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, these players are too good to want to get shots that way. Sometimes they do happen though. And for Annie,
All depends to pace.
oh, she's very close. She's very close. Jack was the call. Jack was the result. And so you can see there.
Charlotte's really got to hurry now.
Yeah, it was a tough draw. You can see the shot bowled in the ditch. And for Annie, this is,
She might have liked to swap over here.
yeah, looking a bit crowded on that forehand coming in, isn't it?
Yeah, doesn't want to catch Tahlia's bowl and roll it in for shot. She can play a nice wide line on the forehand and trust it to come back.
This one gets into shot. Well,
She's played it well. Just run through.
gave it every chance. Speed to lose the bowl was okay there. Well, you've got at least 2 seconds here, Charlotte Hayman. I think you look to run this into the pit and sit on it.
Only issue is she's too down on the tee. I'd probably just be looking to draw this one.
Oh, that's a good call. See, this is why you guys are the stars. If it goes out of play, it is out near the peg.
Yeah, and the thing with these ditches is it's
They do squirrel along. I've found
yeah.
that. Yeah.
they bounce out pretty easily.
Definitely has more weight. Just looking to settle.
Still got to hurry.
She's close.
Well,
Stiff.
mighty effort there for Charlotte Hayman. And so one shot is Sophie Payne, Annabelle Teague. So they move out to a lead, 11-1. And Jack Barclay, it's all over bar the shouting in the boys' semi-final.
It's not looking ideal for Curry boys. They've still got 7 ends. Probably a do or die end here.
So Ryan Beattie saying, hi Jack, bad luck earlier mate. All of Padstow is proud of your efforts. So good to know you've been really well supported across this whole event. Padstow, the club must have had it on all their screens because we're seeing lots of comments come through.
Yeah, they would have had it on the big screen at Padstow.
I don't know if there would have been time in the game to turn all the screens on at Windang. There's only 300 or 400 televisions in that joint.
Yeah, one massive TV in the main area.
It's been a minute since I've been to Windang. I must get up to Wollongong and come and have a game with you and Dave and all the gang at Windang Zoo. It's a brilliant club.
Yes.
So if you're ever in the Illawarra, I do recommend.
Dart really putting the pressure on Xander here. Holding a few.
Well, as you suggested, it might be.
Xander will want to pull something out here.
Might be over next door, but this game, it's right in the balance. Tahlia Candy, Charlotte Hayman 10. Sophie Payne, Annabelle Teague 11. And, well, important here. Tahlia Candy is holding 2, but there's plenty of room there for both these skips to get in.
Xander's just sent the jack out of bounds. Not sure what the tee's looking like.
Vince, our man, he's watching. He's at Austral today. He's watching on there, so fantastic to know that the bowls is on at Austral.
Cooper and Xander did just pick up, so wonder if the comeback is on again.
Well, it'll be a mighty fight back from their current position, but 17 shots to 5 down. Got to keep giving yourself chances.
I wouldn't put it past them. Not quite yet.
Well, we saw this in the in your final this morning. Both Zoe and Jack, you're on different sides of it, but it's a hard thing to do, to be chasing numbers, but it can be freeing at times. No need to worry. You can't look for ones. Let's look for scores and play really positive bowls into these heads.
Oh, it only takes one bowl to make that number.
Yeah.
One good bowl at the right time.
Yeah, well, we saw Zoe and Trav, they were awake to it. There was lots of positional bowls there saying, don't worry about this head, go park one back here and back there, prevent fives, prevent sixes.
Yeah, definitely breaking up those counters that could be possible.
So, pretty open in terms of what you need to draw it here, but also plenty in the road coming in. A few short bowls, so for Annie, she's going to have a look on this forehand now.
Probably just looking to half her own.
Well, she can just draw it. Just draw it like that.
That's awesome.
So, one down.
She might get the gap here.
Well, the gate was good.
Oh.
Stiff.
So, 2 shots to lead now. And if you're Tahlia and Charlotte, you probably feel you don't need to change too much. They've been boxing on gamely in just about every head. We've seen a little reversal of luck. Well, that one's just parked up almost perfectly on the tee. No touch required from the skips. They're just going to let that one play.
Yeah. It's a bad habit that lots of people do.
There's a few bad habits around that at my club. And a few players might go in and have a refreshment if the jack gets rolled on the line. A little jar for that. And Chloe reminding us it was the same score last year, and Cooper and Xander came back to win. So,
Well, I think they are holding one at the moment with Cooper Appleby's ball.
well, Xander said on the streaming last night he didn't want to leave it so late. He'd like to not play his last bowl this time.
Just got a major result.
Ooh.
Got a bit of a rub off the front ones.
So, we'll see whether the boys can produce another huge comeback here in the boys' pairs. Girls'
Cooper
pairs,
darts
it's
up after this one. Looks like he's in the area. Oh,
That's a good ball. Cleared out one, still one to Cooper Appleby. That's a good correction from Tahlia there.
yeah, we'll keep our focus on this one.
Yeah.
I'd love to be bringing you pictures of both games, but sadly the resources are somewhat limited. We've only got one lot of cameras, but we'll keep you updated with the scores in that boys' pairs match. These girls' pairs. See, Tahlia Kennedy look to add on here.
Definitely looking to be at the front if she's covering and counting. That's also
gets
good.
down her own.
Those are 2 good
Yeah.
shots.
Good leading.
Give something. Gives Charlotte something to work with at least.
No, exactly right. There's better shape to this head here for Candy and Hayman, currently holding 2. You see, Sophie's just got a couple around the back of the rink there, so it does give skip Annabelle Teague some options.
She's getting around the front. Not quite.
Definitely didn't look to roll that.
That probably brings in 3. Big ball played next door. You could hear the crowd going crazy. We'll bring you the update once that end's been concluded. How many was that? Jack Barclay, you've been keeping a close eye on it.
Not entirely sure. It was definitely a good ball played by Darty.
Good shot by Charlotte there. Definitely putting more pressure on Annabelle to get in close and Cut it down at least.
Oh,
Three.
could be holding here 3 or 4 here. The camera angle likes that purple bowl at the top of the picture. But,
Not anymore.
well, exactly right, not anymore. That's going to cut a few out.
Yeah, those two back blue balls are looking a bit vulnerable.
So the call from Tahlia is reach up, get past the tee, importantly.
Great shot
And
there.
done it beautifully. That's really, really good bowls.
That's a good shot. Potentially covering and counting.
Yeah.
Michael Wilkes coming down behind us with bad intentions there, talking about rubbing things in people's faces. How dare you?
Oh,
Well, lots of excitement still to come. We've got under 15 boys and girls singles semi-finals, as well as the under 18s, and the final to come yet this afternoon. So still 2 more sessions. We're going to have a little break for lunch after this. Sorry, Davies might be getting a break. I wish I had my big coat here for you. You look like you're just a bit cool.
no, I'm not that cold, just shaking the feelings out.
We see some intentions to move things around there from Annie, but she's missed that one. And now, well, for Charlotte,
Just looking to beat her last. If she gets a roll out of her front bow, touch is really good.
yeah, just,
Wouldn't want to fatten it up though.
well, Annie's out of bullets.
Yeah, so
So just,
this could be the shot to turn it all around.
well, yeah, I like this green bowl down to the jack. Tiny
Yeah.
little touch might bring in 5.
Yeah,
100%.
definitely looks to be 2, maybe 3.
Gets down her own.
She is.
Close, just going to slide past. Can she beat the last bowl?
Fair effort.
Yeah,
Slid past. Gave
definitely.
it every chance. 1, 2, 3 come out straight away. So we're going to have.
Good pickup for Tahlia and Charlotte.
Taking the lead back, definitely going to be putting the pressure on Annabelle and Sophie.
And with the tape measure coming out. 3 it is.
A decent pickup.
So 13, 12, 4 to play. Next door, that was a good little pickup. So what's the score there, Jack? We're up to
20-5 over there. And 13-12 over here.
So we're seeing different tactic here. Matt's come right up. I'm going to go stop the jack somewhere on the tee. That'll do. So fairly dinky little length. Hayden and Lisa, they're on the chat here. They're cheering on Tahlia and Charlotte. You can understand why. Hayden, of course,
Yes.
prominent with East Maitland.
Tahlia really wants it to settle. Even if it just
Well,
stays
grabs the
on.
jack. Ooh.
Oh,
Well,
See, it hit like a
That's-
little
that
bit.
looked like it hit a rock or something, didn't it, at the back of the rink there? It just slipped out of our picture, but the bowl stopped very abruptly.
and it's finished on the wrong angle.
Well,
Good
I
shot.
don't have to
there
worry about
from
that because Sophie, she's nailed it. But that one may come in to the action there at the back of the rink. You can see the purple bowl And Tahlia, no, she turned her back pretty quickly on that one. Sophie looking to persevere, just needs to get clear out past that front one. Well, that's the danger of having those short bowls. All that room and you find yourself running into them.
Yeah, I think in the semi-final, a few bowls drove. One had been a miss, and I just said, "Oh no, it wasn't in the semi. Sorry, it was in our sectional games." And he said, "I'd hate to see you run into it, so just get either side of it." And I hit it front on, so I told him, "Tell me to hit it, and I'll hopefully miss it." But anyways,
so you can see at the back of the ring there. That's the one that we're talking about for the East Maitland and Raymond Terrace pair. And well, there's a couple parked back there now.
Charlotte definitely keeps that same way. She could look to sit the ball through, mainly looking to try that jackpot for a...
Very open at the moment.
Yeah. Annabelle doesn't want to fatten this up.
Oh.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Just left enough of a gap there, you feel, and it's not. And with that bowl in the front there, you can't just go flying at it.
Yeah, there's still a hole there.
Definitely on a tighter line. If she has the same weight, she's close. No.
So just slipping under. And Sophie saying, "You can just go plug that up at the back, please." A little touch on that around the corner would have been really good, but that's a handy home.
That shot could still be on for Charlotte if she gets down to the jack right. She could play a really good shot here.
Yeah, I think give yourself a chance. Land the shot bowl. Land second shot. Nothing for wide really here.
Got to hold.
Well, that one's probably flopped in for third shot. So 2 currently to Merrylands. Can Annabelle?
She's in the area.
Just punish this miss here. Little trail's going to be great for 4.
Yeah, jack down the line or just draw a front noser.
Shot.
Good shot.
1, 2, 3. So the lead changes hands once again. 15 shots Payne and Teague. 13 shots Kendi and Hayman. 15 of 18 ends completed. For Xander, Weber and Cooper Dart, they're behind 20 shots to 6. So, while it's mathematically still a chance, it's going to be a big, big finish if they're going to come back and get them.
The lead's definitely be looking to plonk one straight on it, putting the pressure on. A good start from Tahlia there, just finishing behind.
That's what the players are shooting for here. Boys and girls shields. Sophie's corrected well. Just running on past, but got up to it. finishing in a good home. Well, it's back and forth in the comments. Finish it off now. Come on, Tara and Charlotte. Let's go the Mighty Magic.
It's a good shot from Tahlia.
Great shot there.
Good shot.
So next door it was the 2 shots picked up by the Super Coopers. Sophie's picked up shot here. But for Xander Weber, and
This could be the last end of the boys'
yeah,
pairs final.
Cooper Appleby might be all over.
Tahlia, what a
That's
shot.
a good shot from Tahlia.
Oh, that jack just running on.
Did it go too far?
I think it might have.
From the camera angle, it looks to be Sophie's.
Chanel's back in the house. She's got the official BA UGG boots on once again. She'll be ready to get those out on green. Be modelling those for us at the Australian Open. I've put in a request on her behalf. Have the UGG boots as approved footwear for championship events. Well, we see just slightly under the line there.
Charlotte definitely looking to either roll one of Talia's front bowls up. Just not there.
Well, Annie, you feel she can really put this end pretty well to bed. Little touch on this now. That was a nice track, but still didn't quite have the pace. Leaves it open for Charlotte Hayman. Pressure bowl.
Definitely going to have a lot more weight to this.
Hurry.
She's kind of stalking it down, not too sure about it.
Yeah, early call from Jack to hurry, and when you identified it quickly, mate, that was a nice looking track to draw, but
It's not hard to fall short on this rink.
Teague, well, all three in the same area. There's a big clump at the front there, and only one of Sophie Payne holding Candy and Hayman out of potentially a multiple, but really hard to get to. This one's being urged up as well from Charlotte. And one shot it's going to be, so 2 to play. 16, Sophie Payne, Annabelle Teague. 13, Tahlia Kennedy, Charlotte Hayman. Balls go flying from the neighbouring rink. And well, there's a couple off from Xander and Coop. That prevents any comeback from them. There's not going to be an 8 available.
Bit hard to pick up an 8 in 3-ball pairs.
Well, there's not going to be 6 available. My apologies. See, I'm still thinking about the other game too.
Maybe a triple power play.
I do love a power play. Don't love it when they go against me. I dropped at the state finals the other year, I managed to drop a 5 in the first set and a 4 in the second set on power play. So it was 18 shots in 2 ends.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And that was that game over. It was a pretty fair side, though, from East Maitland. So didn't feel so bad. But, gee, the power plays were costly all day there. Sophie's done the right thing. She jumped on with her first.
Oh.
Left the second one short. And Tahlia gave it a good chance there.
She picks up that jack. It should be a good shot.
Sophie being asked to finish around. Got to the back of the rink.
She doesn't need to make too big of a correction here for Tahlia.
Boys pairs are over, so congratulations to the winner of that, which was Cooper Fleedner and Cooper Dart.
Super Coopers.
The Super Coopers, yes, I liked them from a long way out, but they must have played well, though, to rattle up a good score against a very good pair in Cooper Appleby and Xander Weber. Chloe saying, great job, Coop, so proud of you. Well, so you should be.
If I'm correct, he still has the singles on after this, so wish him all the best in that.
No, you're exactly right. So, the under 15 singles. So, we'll be bringing you the semi-finals of the girls under 18s. But in the boys, Cooper Appleby is up against Zach Moran from Warilla, your man.
Yes.
And in the other match there in the under 15s, it's Josh Potts from Tarrant Point up against local hope Charlie McCudden. Charlie's looked really impressive in this competition. I think I like him in that one, but well, you just never know, do you?
He's definitely going to be looking to take the win this year. He was just runner-up in the finals last year against Jacob Martin, so...
Yeah.
So Annie just looks to be under the line here. Slides down, doesn't really provide any protection. There's a big number of Jack can go down the line for Charlotte Hayman.
Charlotte really looking to trail this.
She's really got to
She's got to
hurry.
roll away.
That's a good second shot.
Yep. It's a good chance.
So Reese Finn Young's just come and given me some interesting stats and some interesting facts about these players. So we'll see if any of her predictions come true. This looks a better track here. Well,
Good shot, Annabelle.
Not a bad result.
kiss. There's still a chance for a good trail. Trail to the tee for 4.
Sets the ball through, it's good.
Yeah, I think this is just a nice positive draw.
A few ways to win here.
She's got better weight.
She's out on a line. Gets back to this. Hurry.
Is it going to hang about? It'll scrape off the front.
Oh,
Stiff.
Well, that's going to be 1. Sophie Payne's finger in the air very quickly. So 4 shots required to force an extra end here from Tahlia Kennedy and Charlotte Hayman. You feel as though that was their opportunity. And has the opportunity gone past them? Merrylands about to secure the title. Fours are hard to find
They are.
when there's
but
only 6 balls. We might need to go for that power play.
not impossible though.
So if he draws a back hopper, it's really going to
Might
make
be
this difficult.
just about game, set and match. So they've been called to hurry now. So important not to have a bowl short here. You know, get to the tee, maybe load the tee up. Give yourself a chance to find a multiple with a kill.
Jack's only half a metre short of the tee, so
Not a bad
Good
start
start.
from Tahlia there.
Sophie watching this one intently. If she can get down past the jack, down towards the tee,
a
that's
great
really
shot.
good. Doesn't necessarily put this to bed, but does put some significant pressure back on.
she beats the front one. Now,
Yeah, had to be up, had to be passed.
Yep. Still has a chance, but
And chances of slipping away, only potentially 5 bowls past the jack now. Oh, Sophie, she's done well there.
what would you play here, Zoe? Just try and get down through that gap and trail it, or
yeah. Definitely wouldn't want to play the other hand.
yeah.
Yep. Well identified from Charlotte. Forehand a bit more positive, don't lose the bowl.
Or I think she's got to wait to lose it, but if she gets that jack. Oh wow!
Exactly what she did not want to get.
So that's going to make things very, very hard.
There still is a slight chance if she maybe draws 2 shots and maybe
And then
gets,
cleans a few out.
maybe gets a few rolls out of Tahlia's and hers rolls up as well. It's
Making it really hard, but I mean, really professionally set up here. Sophie Payne's done a sterling job.
Yeah, if there was an end to pull it all out, it was this one.
And, well, that's going to make it
a lot more difficult.
very, very hard.
Yeah, I think she's got to really try and get the jack back here.
Definitely got weight to this. Just looking for the inside of that. That is a good shot.
Well,
Good shot.
it's not quite over yet. Going to need some pretty precise results, and you might need a couple of misses here from Annie.
Even if Charlotte manages to draw another hit, oh,
Well, let's tip that up. Tough to see enough going out, though.
can't really. There's no real gap to get back to that bowl of Sophie Payne's. And stay. Yeah.
Well, it's got to the back of the ring. There's maybe a 3 at best, but I can't see a 4 anywhere for. Well, maybe if you go absolutely flat out the inside edge of that, down to that, down to that. But
Yeah.
Or either.
But even then, the front bowl still beats Charlotte's second closest, I think.
Could play the absoluter and maybe roll out of a few rolls out of Tahlia's exactly onto the jack. Tahlia's goes with it. It's 3 at the back.
Well, we're seeing some positive weight here. I'm going to promote that
Wow.
through. Well, that will
That's a great
just
shot,
about lock
Annabelle.
this game down. There is no 4 available now, and the girls are just having a laugh saying, well, there's got to be a way somewhere.
Yeah, there's
If you hit it really hard and get rid of all of the bowls.
maybe she makes it bounce up and roll back into that corner there.
Yeah, she's got to follow in as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Well, this is
bit ambitious.
yes, ambitious is exactly the right word, Jack, and it'll be a pretty freewheeling shot. You might as well have a crack here.
Yep.
Nothing for it. Have a swing. Swing hard in case you hit it.
Nothing to lose.
It'd be a good shot if she hits it, even if she doesn't get a result, you know.
Well, it'll be exciting if nothing else.
Yeah, yep.
Well, all these 4 girls can be proud of how they've played. Put on a cracking game.
This is more for the thrill. Annabelle can't watch. Literally me too in the semi the other night.
Well, she's up. She's going to get something.
Oh,
Gets a couple.
Good shot.
But Annabelle, Teague, Sophie, Payne, they're your champions. As the girls give each other hugs at the back of the rink, it's been fantastic to bring this to you. 1 shot goes out. It's 1 to Merrylands. So Sophie, Payne, Annabelle, Teague are your girls pairs champions. Oh, I'm struggling. Girls pairs champions for 2024-25. Jack Barclay, some final thoughts from you, mate?
yeah, great game. All 4 can be really proud of how they played, and best of luck to Tahlia in her next game against Chanel. Should also be a great game to watch, so stick around.
Thank you. And Zoe, final thoughts from you, mate?
Thank you for having me. It was a really great game to watch and commentate. Congratulations to the winners, and yeah, good luck to everyone in their singles that are playing as well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for joining us wherever you've been watching around Australia and around the world. On behalf of my great co-commentators, my name is Nick Hind. We're going to have the presentation, we're going to have a bit of lunch, and then we're going to be back for semi-final action. It'll be girls under 18 singles. Tahlia Kennedy up against Chanel Shikuch. That's scheduled for a 1:45 start, but we might get away a little bit earlier, so just make sure you have your notifications turned on, and we look forward to your company after lunch.